Okay, I don't even make videos about current events all that much anyway, unless it's like about the Sonic movie or anything video game related. But since this is basically a video game matter, this shit is that's just pissed me off to no end. Like literally, I'm like seeing goddamn red right now. That's how fucking pissed I am right now. Cause this, ever since I read this article and the story and everything, this has been like egging at me for the longest right now. And the fact that the matter is, this is pretty much building a case that where there are just some people that cannot play video games when you can't control your anger. Like seriously, if you're playing a video game, and I can understand that me being a gamer, I get mad sometimes at video games. I get mad at times, and and the worst I could do is snap my controller in two, which I can't even physically do. And even if I did, I would screw myself out of a controller. So even I would have more common sense than that. But there are people like this guy that will pretty much get like physical and will pretty much get violent whenever they lose at video games. And it just makes, and it doesn't make sense to me. How are you going to get that violent over a goddamn video game? I don't even know what game he was playing, honestly, but the fact that he pretty much did what he did, it's no fucking excuse. It's no goddamn excuse. It's baffling to me. It's really baffling to me, and this hits me hard because of the fact that it's an innocent, it's not only an innocent life, it's the innocent life of a young baby that pretty much got in the crosshairs of this. And it's pissing me off right to this very moment. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about other shit. Alright, so basically a Kentucky man was charged for punching his 1 month old child in the head after losing a video game. So let me run this back. This man was so mad at a video game that his next course of action was to punch his 1 month old son in the head. How mad do you have to be to punch your own child in the head? I would punch a wall and break my fucking fist before I touch my own child. I don't even have children, and this pissed me off more than any goddamn thing. And it says here that the arrest was made after 26-year-old Anthony Trice, I think I said his name right, Anthony Trice, was watching his son on Friday at his home in Louisville when apparently he was losing a video game, and because of that he was getting angry. And then next thing you know, instead of just like putting down the controller and going in the other room and calming down or anything, or just turning the game off, or just, for God's sake, just snap the fucking game in half, his next course of action was to literally, and I'm reading this right now, his next course of action was to punch the baby, and then he dropped him. He continuously punched the baby in the head, and he fucking dropped him. And that's when he realized that the child was in distress, and then he called emergency workers and everything. So the baby was taken to the hospital, and then the baby died literally 2 days later from his injuries. It's shit like this that pissed me off more than any damn thing. This is exactly why there are some people that cannot play video games, especially when you have either a history of anger problems or you can't control your anger when you're playing a game, because you don't know who you're gonna hurt, whether it's physically, emotionally, or verbally. You don't know what's gonna happen when it comes to video games. Now, I'm not saying that video games will influence your anger and everything, but we all know how people will get competitive when they pretty much play video games, whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's Rainbow Six Siege, whatever the fuck kind of games that you play online that you pretty much play competitively and everything. We already know that gamers can get really, really mad about these certain things. Like, they will take that shit really seriously to their fucking core. I've seen people who get mad at Fortnite because of the fact that they're pretty much like second place and almost close to first place, and then they get mad and pretty much wreck their shit. I've seen people who are mad at Call of Duty. I've dealt with people who are mad at Call of Duty. I've dealt with people who called me the N-word on Tekken 7. I understand that video games make us competitive, and they make us say like dumb things, and they make us insult each other, especially the fact that we hate losing. That's just part of our core. We hate losing no matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's video games, it doesn't matter if it's sports, it doesn't goddamn matter if it's real life. We hate losing one way or the other. That's just human nature, and I get that. But when you get to the point where video games make you so upset that you want to attack another human being, there's the problem right there. That's the point where I say you can't play video games. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of game journalists pretty much talk about the fact that they should make Sekiro an easy mode for people who pretty much find the game way too difficult and frustrating. How about you stop playing the game and find something that's more at your skill level? Because if there's one thing about video games is that if you're not good at a certain video game, then you stop playing it and you find something else to play. Or you find something else to do. Go on Netflix, go outside, spend time with your family, something. Video games is not the end of the world, especially when you're pretty much, you know, losing at it. Me, I usually don't play video games all that much. At least I'm trying not to play video games that much. I usually spend most of my time pretty much like reading books or working on my other YouTube channel. Or hell, I spend most of my time trying to write my own book and everything. At least I'm pretty much doing something productive in my spare time while spending time with my family and my loved ones and everything like that. And I'm dealing with other stuff right now, but that's not even important right now. The thing I'm trying to get to is there are a lot of things that you can do that you don't have to rely on video games and everything, because when you rely too much on video games, it pretty much takes over you. And I'm speaking from experience right now. I play video games most of the time just so I can put up more YouTube channels, but when I pretty much see that this is pretty much becoming more and more of a thing in my life, that I kept uploading more and more to YouTube, and I kept playing more and more games, I realized that this is not the kind of thing that I want to keep doing everything. I want to keep doing YouTube, but I don't want to keep doing it constantly to the point where I just, you know, feel like I'm pretty much being disconnected and everything. But you know, that's a whole different matter and everything. I'm just saying, I'm just getting right to the point that video games, when you pretty much get to the point where you feel like you're playing video games to the point where you're angry or you feel like it's taking over your life a bit, then please take a break, go outside, read a book, something. Because literally when you don't, you'll wind up like this asshole. This asshole got mad that he punched a 1-year-old repeatedly in the head and he dropped him. This is a 1-month-old. I don't know why I kept saying 1-year-old. It's a 1-month-old baby. This baby was just born and he killed it over a fucking video game. That's what pisses me off. I'm so mad right now that I don't even feel like censoring this thing. This is how mad I am. This is how livid I am. This shit just pissed me off to no end. How mad do you have to be at a video game that you killed your own son over that shit? And of course, they pretty much didn't even have any excuse for it. The judge didn't even tolerate it. They pretty much put him on a $1 million bond to where he has no contact with the child's family. That includes the mother, and the bond has to be paid up in cash and everything. Basically, he's gonna be stuck in jail for the longest time, all because of a video game. A video game. This is why people keep telling you that, well, this is why people keep saying that you can't let video games take control of your life. Because once they take control of your life, there ain't no telling what's going to happen when you lose your temper and you get mad at a game. For all you know, you could pretty much throw a controller and then you wind up hitting your spouse in the head and then give her like brain damage or some shit. You never know when somebody gets really, really angry, and then next thing you know, that anger builds more on their strength and they don't even know their own strength. This man just killed his 1-month-old baby. He probably was in a blind rage and everything, but still, you could have turned the game off and done something else. Spend time with your child, for fuck's sake. That's why I don't even play video games when I pretty much spend time with my godchild. The only time we play video games is if she's playing Mario Kart and I watch her play it, and so on and so forth. Or when I help her mom with Spyro the Dragon, because her mom sucks at Spyro. But I know I'm not supposed to say that, but this shit just gets me fucking livid and it makes me fucking crazy, man. How do you get mad and kill the one thing that's supposed to be more precious than video games? A child is literally one of the most important things in a parent's life, and this one didn't even care. He did not give a shit to the point where he killed his own child. But you know what? Fuck, man. I'm just gonna go ahead take a break from this whole thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to bed after this. Alright, thank you guys for watching and everything. What do you think about this whole situation? Do you think he got what was coming to him? Do you think he should deserve to be in jail for life? I think he deserved to be in jail for life. Me, I think he deserved to be in jail. I don't even care. If you are so mad that you kill a 1-month-old baby over a video game, you deserve to be in jail. Or for that matter, you shouldn't even play video games. Don't play video games. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. If you get that easily mad and that easily triggered over a video game, you shouldn't be playing video games. Period. That goes for adults, kids, fucking anybody, even the family dog. I don't care. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to bed. I need a fucking chill pill or something, or coffee. I'll take coffee. Jesus, jumped up Christ. All right, later.